It's time for New Palestine Dragons basketball on newpalradio.com. Today's game is brought to you by All-Star Turf Management, D&D Strictly Storage, Best in Sight Family Eye Care, Pork Vet Solutions, Hoosier Huddle, Real Life Church, and Catch the Shot Photography. Now let's head courtside for all of tonight's play-by-play.
And we welcome you live to the Dragons Den at New Palestine High School as the New Palestine Dragons get set to take on the Whiteland Warriors in a varsity girls basketball contest. I am Andrew Smith, welcoming you to a great day of basketball this afternoon. The Dragons come in with a mark of 2-2. Their most recent outing, they dropped a decision to Rushville 48-42 in what was a really good, well-played basketball game. The Dragons just kind of ran out of steam at the end after a huge comeback from 17 points down to take the lead or to tie the game in the fourth quarter, but they never could get over the hump and take the lead, and Rushville answered with a 9-0 run to seal the victory. The Warriors come in at 2-4. They have dropped their last 4 games after beating Crispus Attucks and Greenfield Central to start the season. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game. First for the Dragons, Addie Jones is one of the forwards, a 5'6" senior, averaging 4 points and 8.8 rebounds a game. Grace Marshall, the other forward, a 5'8" junior, averaging 4 points and 4.5 rebounds a game. Faith Hensel is in the middle, 5'9" senior, averaging 4.5 points and 1.8 rebounds a game. The backcourt is Anna Ackerman, a 5'8" junior, averaging 11.3 points and 3.8 rebounds a game, and Isabella Gizzi, a 5'7" sophomore, averaging 10.8 points and 4.5 rebounds a contest. Whiteland will counter with a lineup that looks like this. The front line, Muskan Guman, a 5'10" junior, and Debbie Hill, a 5'11" junior. The backcourt, Gracie Taylor, a 5'9" junior, Braylon Clendenin, a 5'9" junior, and Kylie Marlin, a 5'5" junior. So a lineup of all juniors for the Warriors. As we mentioned, the Dragons 2-2 under the tutelage of fourth-year head coach Sarah Gizzi. The Dragons are 59-20 under her tutelage. And Whiteland, led by first-year coach Ashley Fouch. She came to Whiteland from Daleville, where she had coached the Broncos for 3 seasons and is now in her first year in Johnson County. Tip-off is coming up. The Dragons and the Whiteland Warriors. We will bring you all the action right after this. This is Dragon Basketball on newpalradio.com.
Turf Management is the best choice for the lawn you really want. Our superior lawn care services, including fertilizer, weed control, aerations, mowing, and more, are designed to improve and maintain your property season after season. Our combination of using the highest quality chemical products applied by educated, licensed professionals is what your property needs to become a place we both will be proud of. With flexible scheduling and service programs, we have a package that's right for your lawn and your budget. Locally owned and operated by Nathan Johnson, All-Star Turf Management is proud to support the New Palestine community and Dragon Athletics. To learn more or for a free estimate, call All-Star Turf Management at 861-1234 or visit myallstarlawn.com. That's 861-1234 or myallstarlawn.com for All-Star Turf Management.
Now, back to the action on newpalradio.com.
D&D Strictly Storage in New Palestine is your home for storage needs. D&D Strictly Storage offers a wide variety of storage sizes from 5 by 10 feet up to 10 by 30 feet. They also offer indoor and outdoor parking for your boats and RVs. Locally owned and operated by Don and Maria Blackwell, D&D Strictly Storage is who to call for your storage solution. They're located on County Road 400 West, just north of the railroad tracks in New Palestine. Call them at 861-9231. Again, that's 861-9231 for D&D Strictly Storage. Mention this ad and get your second month free with any rental.
Pork Vet Solutions is the best veterinary choice for your swine operation. Our 2 doctors, Matt Ackerman and Dylan Lape, can help you position your pork production system for the 21st century. We provide veterinary and consulting services, herd visits, preventive medicine, and more. Pork Vet Solutions is licensed and accredited in 8 states. Reach us online at porkvet.com or call 623-5132. That's porkvet.com or 623-5132. Pork Vet Solutions, literally saving your bacon each and every day.
You're listening to The Dragons on newpalradio.com.
And we welcome you back to the Dragons Den, where the New Palestine Dragons are getting set to take on the Whiteland Warriors this afternoon. High school girls basketball. The Dragons, Anna Ackerman, Isabella Gizzi, Faith Hensel, Addie Jones, Grace Marshall to start. Whiteland, Gracie Taylor, Braylon Clendenin, Debbie Hill, Muskan Guman, and Kylie Marlin, the starting 5. This is the 30th meeting between these two teams. New Palestine has a 17-12 record in the all-time series. They did not play last year. They also did not play in the 2016-17 season. But other than that, they have played annually since 1989 and 90. So the two teams out at midcourt. The Dragons in the white uniforms, red numbers trimmed in black. The Warriors in the road blues with orange letters and numbers also trimmed in black. Addie Jones in the center jump circle for the Dragons. Debbie Hill will jump it up for Whiteland. Our officials today, Ryan Fisher, Sean West, and Tom Boyd. The ball is in the air, and away we go on this Saturday afternoon in New Palestine. Kylie Marlin with possession for Whiteland as the Warriors win the tip. She'll start the offense, feed Hill in the high post. She hands off to Gracie Taylor, who brings it across the top. Now they'll pitch it around to Guman, left side, into the corner. Taylor drives baseline. Grace Marshall cuts her off, pitches it back out to Guman, or make that Marlin. She'll whip it around to Guman in the corner. 3 in the air as an air ball, and a good block out by Grace Marshall allows her to get the rebound for the Dragons. Quickly outlets to Gizzi up the right side into the front court. Gizzi reverses course, feeds Ackerman in the corner, and now Gizzi gets it back. Well, swinging around to Grace Marshall. She thought about the 3 out of the corner. Now she'll drive, skip it over to Gizzi, down to the corner for Ackerman. Her 3 is perfect. Anna Ackerman gives New Palestine a quick 3-0 lead. We've played 50 seconds. Dragons force a miss on Whiteland's first possession and drain a 3 on theirs. Debbie Hill with it out top for Whiteland. Feeds Clendenin on the right side. Ackerman guarding her. Dragons playing a man-to-man defense. Clendenin high right. Takes one dribble, skips it over to Guman, and now to Kylie Marlin on the left wing. Gizzi guards her. We'll work it through Hill over to the right side to Taylor. She looks to drive on Marshall, turn the corner, put up a runner, and get a teardrop shot to fall. Gracie Taylor gets Whiteland on the board. It's 3-2. Dragons push it up the court. Ackerman wants 3 out of the left side. This one's off the front of the rim, and the rebound is cleared by Braylon Clendenin of Whiteland. She'll dribble her own outlet. Stop on the left wing. Nobody picked her up, so she launches a 3. It won't go. Marshall able to keep the rebound alive, but it's collected by Gracie Taylor of Whiteland. Second chance opportunity for the Warriors as Kylie Marlin will reset the offense on the Dragon logo at midcourt. 6:10 to go. Dragons lead 3-2. We're early in the first quarter. Taylor out high to Debbie Hill over to the right side. Clendenin holds with Ackerman guarding her. Over to Guman behind a screen. She'll look to drive down the left side. Her shot never got out of her hands as Addie Jones swatted it right out and out of bounds. Whiteland will maintain possession and inbound under the basket. Baseline left. They sky it out top. It's knocked around. Knocked free by Ackerman. Stolen by Jones. She'll go coast to coast. Put it up a little bit wildly. Can't get it to go. Ackerman with the offensive rebound. Her shot is blocked and collected by the Warriors. Kylie Marlin will slow things down. She brings it up. Crosses the timeline with Gizzi guarding her. 5.5 to go. She slides to the right side. Marlin still on the bounce. Now feeds for Clendenin at top of the key. Back to Marlin, right wing. Back to Clendenin. She'll step into a 3 and hit it off the backboard. No good. The rebound dropped right into the hands of Debbie Hill, who scores. Hill had to pivot a couple of times, but was right under the basket. She gives Whiteland a 4-3 lead. Gizzi to Marshall in the semicircle. Her pass is tipped and stolen by Guman. First turnover by the Dragons. Gaman up the left side, draws a foul from Marshall. Can't get the shot to go, but she'll shoot a pair. The foul on Grace Marshall is her first of the game on either team. And this will send Muskan Gaman to the line. She has been one of Whiteland's leading scorers through the first 6 games of the season, but she cannot get this free throw to go down as it rattles around and falls off. She'll have one more coming, looking to give the Warriors a 2-point lead. And she does just that. That ball rolled around, hit the back of the flange twice, and then dropped in. 5-3 Whiteland leads. Dragons, Addie Jones comes right down Main Street. Scoop shot won't go, but the rebound collected by Anna Ackerman. Dragons with a second chance. Whiteland showing a little bit of trap, a 1-2-2 trap. Dragons skip it over to Gizzy. She'll look to drive. Draw contact, no call. Gracie Taylor blocked the shot and collected the loose ball. Quickly the other way. Kylie Marlin up the right side. Lobs it inside to Hill. She catches, puts it off the deck. Hensel cuts her off, so Hill clears it back out to Kylie Marlin to reset the offense. 4:27 to go. First quarter, Dragons trail 5-3. Clendenin with it on the left wing. Out top for Hill. She'll launch a three. It's around and no good. The rebound is collected by an aggressive Gracie Taylor who came flying in from the top. Whiteland with another opportunity here, and they take advantage as Braylon Clendenin scoops down the lane and knocks the shot down to put the Warriors up 7-3. 7 straight points for Whiteland. Grace Marshall tries to answer with a three, and she does. Grace Marshall's second three of the season. All the Dragons' points have come from behind the arc. And Coach Ashley Fauci Whiteland wants a 30-second timeout. We'll take 1-2. 3:57 to go in the opening quarter. Whiteland 7, Dragon 6. This is Dragon Basketball on NewPalRadio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management.
Real Life Church, we've done everything we can to create a place people love so they can experience a loving God. That means we do everything with you in mind. Whether it's our weekend services, our kids and student ministry, or small groups, we really have been expecting you. We've been praying for you, and we're excited about the opportunity to go on a spiritual journey with you. We hope that you'll take your next step and join us this weekend at Real Life Church. There's always room for you.
Now, back to the action on NewPalRadio.com.
3:57 to go in the first quarter. Whiteland with possession. Dragons trailing at 7-6 as we come out of the timeout. Braylon Clendenin with it on the right wing. Drives hard to the basket. Anna Ackerman blocks the shot. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Whiteland. Anna Ackerman with the active hand. The ball never got out of Clendenin's hand before Ackerman swatted it away. And then Gracie Taylor was trying to save it from going out of bounds and touched it on the way out. 3:37 to go. Dragons trail by 1. Whiteland with an aggressive 1-2-2 trap. Gizzy finds herself in no man's land, and she's tied up. Gizzy dribbled into a trap on the upper high left side and got tied up. Possession turn favors the Dragons, so they'll maintain possession. Addie Jones with it out high. Turns the corner to the right side, hooks it underneath to Ackerman. It's knocked out of bounds by Debbie Hill. So possession will stay with New Palestine. And Dragons inbound. Addie Jones did a great job of sealing off Guman, getting position and drawing the foul. It's Guman's first, and Addie Jones will go to the line. Her first free throw is good. Addie's now 5 of 10 on the year from the line. And the Dragons have tied the game up at 7 with 3:24 to go. Addie's got one more coming, trying to give New Palestine its second lead of the game, and does, as Addie knocks them both down. 8-7 New Palestine. Dragons showing a little bit of full court pressure. Inbounds comes to Gracie Taylor. She'll hand it off to Kylie Marlin, who brings it up. Gizzy guards her. Marlin pushes it forward to Clendenin, who will circle around the arc and feed it back out top to Taylor in the logo midcourt. Taylor crosses over on Marshall. Dragons extending their man-to-man defense. It's a drive from the top. Feed Gaman to the corner for a three. It is no good. Debbie Hill tries to keep the rebound alive, and there's a foul call as Faith Hensel was blocking her out but displaced her. And so That's a foul you can live with if you're Sarah Gizzi. Player gets a foul called for blocking out. You'll take that just about any time. Here's a feed inside for Guman, and Addie Jones fouled her. Addie thought she had all ball, but the official who was behind the play saw that she got a little bit of arm, so Guman will go to the line to shoot a pair. She's 1 for 2 today. 2:56 to go. And the first free throw rattles in. So Guman has her second point. We're tied at 8. She has one more free throw coming. And it's in the air and good. And Whiteland has taken a 9-8 lead. Gizzi to bring it up. Picked up by this high 1-2-2 trap. Dribbles into the trap, but is able to clear it to Jones. Now feeds Marshall right side back to Jones. High post, Hensel to Gizzi left side. She'll drive, put up a runner. Gets contact, no call. Rebound loose on the floor as Gizzi couldn't get the shot to go down. The ball's bounding around and taken out of there by Guman. 3-on-2 for Whiteland. Feeds up the left side for Clendenin. Her shot no good. Ackerman gets the rebound and she's fouled. Braylon Clendenin got tangled up with Ackerman as she was trying to collect that rebound. And so the Dragons will gain possession, trailing by 1, 2:28 to go in the first quarter. Addie Jones brings it across, feeds Gizzi now into the corner to Grace Marshall. To the low post, Hensel. One dribble, pitches out to Jones, who wants 3. Left wing, good! 3 triples for the Dragons. Addie Jones has 5 points. The Dragons lead up by 2 at 11-9. Kylie Marlin brings it up, lobs it to Hill up top, over to Guman left at the top of the key. We'll swing it around to Gracie Taylor on the left side. Whiteland in possession, trailing by 2. Taylor guarded by Marshall, forced out into the logo, and now clears to Clendenin, who will reset the offense. Over to the right side, Gracie Taylor looks to drive baseline. Marshall cuts her off, clears it out to Hill. Now to Marlin going right down the lane. Her shot is altered by Addie Jones, and then Addie clears the rebound and is fouled as she was trying to dribble the outlet. This is the second foul on Braylon Clendenin. And so a little bit of foul trouble, and quickly we see Eliza Unsworth hop up, and now we have a whistle. The clock didn't start. So we'll do it all over again, and this will allow Unsworth to come into the game and replace Clendenin, who sits with 2 points and 2 fouls. 94 seconds to go, opening quarter. Isabella Gizzi collects the inbounds pass, clears to Jones. She'll dribble it to Hensel and now feed to Gizzi left side. Over to Jones right side, bounce pass now into the corner to Ackerman. Jones skips it over to Marshall. Baseline jumper from 18 is no good. Weak side rebound cleared by Guman for Whiteland. Long pass up court to Unsworth. Takes a couple of dribbles, skips it out top. Guman wants 3 and knocks it down. This Whiteland team is not bashful about shooting the 3 at all. That is Guman's 6th point, and the Warriors have retaken the lead at 12-11. Dragons were trying to initiate the offense, but Gizzi's pass was kicked. So the Dragons will inbound in front of the Whiteland bench with 1:01 to go in the opening quarter. Inbounds pass comes to Gizzi. She'll bounce it to Jones. Picks up her dribble right side. Finds herself in a trap. Clears to Marshall. Back to Jones high right. Back to Marshall in the corner. She'll pitch it back out to Jones. She attacks the double team and gets called for a charge. This Whiteland team is very physical in its defense, but as Jones attacked the double team, she is deemed to have initiated the contact and was called for a charge. That's Addie's second foul. Gizzi knocks free the inbounds pass, but it comes to Kylie Marlin for Whiteland. She'll push it up. Right side 3 from Unsworth is good. Back-to-back triples for Whiteland, and they now lead up by 4. Jones turns the corner on Guman. Pass is tipped, nearly stolen, but Isabella Gizzi rescues the loose ball, drives, puts the shoulder into the defender who is moving, and draws herself a trip to the line. Debbie Hill commits her first foul, and Isabella Gizzi will go to the line for a pair. Dragons trail at 15-11, 28 seconds to go. The extent of the Dragons' offense has been 3 3-pointers. and now 3 free throws. They have not hit a 2-point field goal in this game. Rachel Kelly is Coach Sarah Gizzi's first substitute, as Kelly replaces Addie Jones in the Dragon lineup. Gizzi looking to cut the Dragon deficit to 2 with this second free throw. The lefty sophomore misses it. So she splits the 2. The Dragons trail it by 3. Whiteland in possession, 23 seconds to go. Feed to Unsworth in the right corner. She'll circle the arc. Pass knocked free by Ackerman and stolen by Grace Marshall. Marshall up the right side into the corner. Feeds Kelly top of the key over to Gizzi left side with 8 seconds. Ackerman feeds Kelly in the low post. Dribbled it off her foot. Stolen by Whiteland. Here is a feed out to Marlin, whose shot at the buzzer is no good after Gracie Taylor drove it inside. Marlin's shot was off the front of the rim. And that ends the first quarter with the Dragons trailing the Whiteland Warriors 15-12. We're going to take a break, come back right after this. This is Dragon Basketball on newpalradio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management.
Best in Sight Eye Care has been the leader of quality vision and eyewear in New Palestine for more than 20 years. Our experienced doctors, Tim Huffman, Mark Habing, and Colin Clairbout, use the most advanced state-of-the-art technology and eye care products available. At Best in Sight Eye Care, you will find professionals who are dedicated to providing exceptional personal service to everyone who walks through the door. We are conveniently located on Arbor Lane in New Palestine. Just follow US 52 west of Mount Comfort Road. To schedule your appointment, visit bestinsighteyecare.com or call 861-4100. Give your vision the level of care it deserves. Mention this ad for 10% off your glasses purchase.
Now, back to the action on newpalradio.com.
Second quarter action beginning. At the Dragons' Den, New Palestine trailing Whiteland 15-12. Three-point shooting has been the story of the day. Whiteland is at a pair of triples, and the Dragons, 9 of their 12 points have come from behind the arc. Whiteland with possession, and we have a whistle away from the ball and an offensive foul called on the Warriors. An illegal screen on Debbie Hill is her second foul. So the Dragons with possession. Again, Whiteland now in a 1-3-1 zone. Dragons working around to Ackerman in the corner. She'll bounce it to Marshall, to Hensel in the lane. Takes one dribble, puts up a runner, won't go. Come on with the rebound for Whiteland. Dragons got the shot they wanted there, just couldn't get it to go down. Kylie Marlin will bring it up for the Warriors. Over to Unsworth. Right side, uses Hill's screen, fumbles the basketball, but picks it back up. She's in a little bit of trouble, but is able to hand off to Gracie Taylor to reset. Kelly guarding Taylor as she brings it out into the high circle. Feed over to the left side, knocked free by Grace Marshall, but she couldn't quite corral it. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Whiteland. Whitney Miller will check in for the Dragons, replacing Faith Hensel. It's Whitney's first action in a couple of games. Whitney, a 5'7" senior, averaging 2.7 points a contest. Whiteland in possession. Marlin to the right side. Whistle, double dribble. It's a fourth Whiteland turnover. And the Dragons' Kelly in a double team. Knocked free. It's loose in the backcourt. Stolen by Whiteland. And we have a whistle and a timeout called by Ashley Fouch to bail our team out from a potential turnover. 30-second timeout. We'll take 1-2. Dragons trail at 15-12. Be back right after this. This is Dragon Basketball on newpalradio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management.
Turf Management is the best choice for the lawn you really want. Our superior lawn care services, including fertilizer, weed control, aerations, mowing, and more, are designed to improve and maintain your property season after season. Our combination of using the highest quality chemical products applied by educated, licensed professionals is what your property needs to become a place we both will be proud of. With flexible scheduling and service programs, we have a package that's right for your lawn and your budget. Locally owned and operated by Nathan Johnson, All-Star Turf Management is proud to support the New Palestine community and Dragon Athletics. To learn more or for a free estimate, call All-Star Turf Management at 861-1234 or visit myallstarlawn.com. That's 861-1234 or myallstarlawn.com for All-Star Turf Management.
And we welcome you back to the Dragons' Den. Back to action. Whiteland leading at 15-12. They pushed it inside. Gumont couldn't get the shot to go, but the rebound was knocked out of bounds, so it stays with Whiteland. There's a feed curling down the lane. Pass to Gracie Taylor, but she tried to dump it underneath, and there was nobody there, so a turnover will give it back to the Dragons. We've played 90 seconds. Whiteland again showing a high 1-3-1. Kelly clears it. Ackerman underneath to Marshall and nearly threw it away. It's knocked free. It'll stay with the Dragons as Gracie Taylor was able to hop in to the passing lane and knock that ball free. So Whitney Miller to inbound on the side. 6:20 to go. Feeds Gizzy up top. Bounce pass to Ackerman on the left wing. She'll bring it back out high to Gizzy. Isabella, long feed underneath. Marshall is wide open under the basket. Isabella found her, and Grace Marshall lays it in for her 5th point. Dragons back within 1. Kylie Marlin brings it across for Whiteland. Feeds Gumon left side. Now she'll feed it to Hill now. Underneath. Her feed to a cutting Eliza Unsworth, who is wide open. She lays it in. And just like that, Whiteland's back up 3. Anna Ackerman launches a 17-footer from the left side in transition and knocks it down. Ackerman's got 5. Dragons back within 1. 5:35 to go as Marlin feeds Hill in the high post. It's knocked free. She picks it up in the volleyball line, skips it over to the left side to Taylor. She'll bring it across the top and clear it to Marlin. Now to the corner to Unsworth. Lob to Hill out top. Now into the corner for Taylor. She'll look to drive. Miller cuts her off, but Taylor's able to knock down a runner from the left side. And Whiteland back up 3. 5:10 to go as Gizzy skips it over to Kelly. High post to Whitney Miller. Back to Gizzy. She'll launch a 3. Right wing. Back of the rim, no good. Rachel Kelly with a rebound. Her shot off the glass, no good. Whitney Miller with the offensive board is called for a foul. That's Whitney's first, 4th, make that the 5th on the Dragons. Whiteland with a substitution. Braylon Clendenin checks in with 2 fouls, replacing Debbie Hill, who also has 2 fouls. And the Warriors' Kylie Marlin will bring it up. 4:55 to go. They lead it by 3. Lob into the high post is stolen by Ackerman. The pass was a little bit too high for Clendenin. Ackerman takes it up the left side. Her scoop shot won't go in transition. And Gumon is the rebound for Whiteland. Gracie Taylor up top. Feeds Marlin. She'll drive it all the way from the top inside and score. Kylie Marlin scores her first 2, and Whiteland is up by 5, their biggest lead of the game. Ackerman feeds Jones at the free throw line, is back in. Jones misses a 14-footer, and Unsworth has the rebound. Dragons had an open look there, just couldn't get it to go down. And Whiteland with a 5-point lead in the basketball. Marlin feeds Clendenin, lobs it back into Marlin. She'll pitch it back out to Gracie Taylor, who traveled. 7 Whiteland turnovers. Dragons have been able to force some turnovers, just haven't been able to take advantage. Elena Miller will replace Isabella Gizzy in the Dragon lineup. So it's Kelly, Miller, Jones, Whitney Miller, and Anna Ackerman. Elena in the double team, turns it over. Tried to feed it inside to Gumon, or tried to feed it inside to Whitney Miller, and Gumon stepped in and picked it off, and then Whitney Miller fouled her. So Whitney's now got 2. That's the 6th team foul on the Dragons, so the next will send Whiteland to the bonus. Grace Marshall replaces Anna Ackerman in the New Palestine lineup. Whiteland has led for much of the night. Here is a drive from the top by Marlin. She gets all the way to the hoop, can't get it to go. Rebound pulled out of there by Elena Miller. She wants to run. Elena to the top of the key, launches an 18-footer off the dribble and knocks it down. Elena Miller's got her first two. The Dragons are back within 3. And now we've got a whistle, and Chloe Patterson will check in for the Dragons to replace Whitney Miller. Patterson had a big part in the JV game where the Dragons came back from a 19-point deficit to take the lead in the final minutes of the fourth quarter, but ended up falling by 2. Here's Unsworth driving into the corner, feeds Guman out. Now to Marlin, left wing 3 is too strong. Elena Miller tracks the rebound down for the Dragons. Elena will push it up the court, now feed Rachel Kelly, who brings it across the timeline all the way down the lane, puts up a runner, hits the back of the rim and drops in. Rachel Kelly has her first 2, the Dragons within 1. Clendenin cut off in the corner for Whiteland, clears it out to Unsworth, lobbed to the post Guman. Tries to post up Addie Jones, can't get the shot to go, and Addie got the rebound. Addie pushing the outlet. Bounce pass to Elena Miller, right side is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Dragons. Last touch by Whiteland. We'll say the ball was tipped, so it'll stay Dragon possession, 21-20. New Palestine trailing. The Dragons have scored the last 4. And a bounce pass into Addie Jones. Can't get the shot to go, but she draws the foul and will go to the line to shoot 2. The Dragons have been able to make some things happen off of inbounds plays to Addie Jones. That's the second time she's been able to get inside position and draw a foul. Addie misses the first free throw. She's now 2 for 3 from the line. The Dragons are 3 for 5. Debbie Hill in. Muskan Guman out for Whiteland. Addie's got one more coming, trying to tie the game with 2:55 to go in quarter number 2. And she does not. She missed them both. But the offensive rebound collected by Rachel Kelly. Second opportunity. Feeds inside. Grace Marshall can't get the shot to go down. Whiteland clears the rebound. They want to run. Marlin feeds into the corner for Unsworth to make that to Clendenin. She tried to drive, lost the handle, but the Dragons knocked it out, so it'll stay with Whiteland. 2:43 to go. Marlin lobs it in to Clendenin. Now to Debbie Hill, left at the top of the key. Patterson guarding her. Back out to Braylon Clendenin. Takes a few dribbles and pitches it out to Marlin on the right wing. She'll back it out high. Lob to Hill, pass through her hands, picked off by Addie Jones. 8th Whiteland turnover. Addie will push the tempo and slow things up on the right side. Now she cleared it out to Kelly. Her pass to Marshall is knocked out of bounds. Possession will stay with New Palestine here with 2:22 to go. Lob in, knocked away, but collected by Elena Miller. Her pass inside is knocked out of bounds. She was trying to feed Chloe Patterson on the block, but it was knocked out. It'll stay with the Dragons with 2:17 to go. New Palestine trailing it by 1. They've been able to string some stops together, now looking to take the lead after trailing by as many as 5. Addie Jones catches the inbounds pass, launches a 3, won't go, but she got her own rebound, puts it off the deck, tried to pitch it out to Kelly. She tracks the loose ball down, now to Elena Miller. Her 3 is an air ball, and the rebound collected by Chloe Patterson of the Dragons. Now Grace Marshall dumps it underneath to Kelly, who had it knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with New Palestine. Isabella Gizzi in, Rachel Kelly out after giving the Dragons some really good minutes and scoring a pair. Isabella to inbound baseline right. She'll get it into Elena Miller, who launches a 3 off the inbounds and knocks it down. Elena Miller with her 5th point. The Dragons have scored 7 in a row. They lead at 23-21. Gracie Taylor travels on the other end as she caught a pass, looked to drive to the middle, took too big of a jump stop. Actually, she gathered the ball and then took her jump stop. And so Dragons with possession and a 2-point lead. Whiteland in its 1-3-1 zone. Gizzi clears to Elena Miller. Takes a couple of dribbles out of the trap. Clears it back out to Gizzi in the high circle. She'll drive it inside. Pitch it to Marshall. Bounce pass underneath Addie Jones. Out to Chloe Patterson. 10-footer left side of the lane. Around and in. Dragons bench has been providing a lot of offense here in the second quarter. New Palestine leads it by 4. 9 straight points for the Dragons. There's a drive by Clendenin. She tried to feed it into the post for Gracie Taylor. It's knocked out of bounds by the Dragons. Quick substitution as Muskan Guman comes back in for Whiteland, replacing Eliza Unsworth. It's Debbie Hill with it off the inbounds pass. Feeds it out to Kylie Marlin, who will reset. 1:12 to go. Out top for Taylor. Miller guarding her. Taylor down the lane. Puts up a runner with a right hand off the front of the rim. No good. And Chloe Patterson secures the rebound for the Dragons. Clears it ahead to Gizzy. Up the left side. Isabella bounces into the corner for Grace Marshall. It's a two-pointer as her foot was on the line. It will not go. Gabon with the rebound for Whiteland. Final minute of the first half. Dragons with a 4-point lead. Here's a feed underneath from the top and a three-point play opportunity as Gracie Taylor took a feed from the high right side by Kylie Marlin right under the basket, laid it in and drew the foul. Chloe Patterson commits her first. Taylor, who has 6 points on the game, to the line to try to complete a three-point play. And more importantly, cut the Dragons' lead to 1. And she is able to do just that. Whiteland now 4 of 5 from the line on the day. 25-24, New Palestine leads. Gizzy across midcourt against the 1-3-1 trap. Clears it to Elena Miller. Back to Gizzy between the circles. Quickly to Jones. Skip pass to a Miller. She'll launch a 2 with her foot on the line. Off the backboard, no good. Addie Jones collects the rebound. And it clears it to Marshall. To Miller, cutting to the basket. High off the glass and in. Elena Miller's got 7. The lead back up to 3. Whiteland pushes it up. Clendenin. Right side. Looks to drive. Clears it back out to Marlin and threw it away. Clendenin got caught in no man's land in the baseline, tried to pitch it out to Marlin, and pass was thrown away. Whiteland has now turned it over 10 times. The Dragons will bring Anna Ackerman back into the game. And will inbound with 17 seconds to go. Addie Jones, high left. Clears it to Gizzy. Back to Jones, high left. Addie dribbles into the double team. Clears to Ackerman. She wants 3. Left wing. Good. Anna's got her second 3 and 8th point of the day. The Dragons are up 6. Clendenin will launch a 35-footer at the buzzer off the back of the rim. No good. And New Palestine finishes the half on a 14-3 run to take a 30-24 lead at halftime. We're going to take a break. When we come back, it'll be time for the D&D Strictly Storage Best in Sight Family Eye Care halftime show. That's coming up right after this. This is Dragon Basketball on newpalradio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management.
Catch the Shot Photography is your hometown photographer. Locally owned by Brenda Adams Turk and David Turk, Catch the Shot is dedicated to providing quality photos of your family, seniors, sports, and special events. We offer custom-designed products including sponsor banners, photo collages, senior banners, and much more. We look forward to catching the shots with you. Contact Catch the Shot Photography at 317-620-1240 or catchtheshot.com. D&D Strictly Storage in New Palestine is your home for storage needs. D&D Strictly Storage offers a wide variety of storage sizes from 5 by 10 feet up to 10 by 30 feet. They also offer indoor and outdoor parking for your boats and RVs. Locally owned and operated by Don and Maria Blackwell, D&D Strictly Storage is who to call for your storage solution. They're located on County Road 400 West, just north of the railroad tracks in New Palestine. Call them at 861-9231. Again, that's 861-9231 for D&D Strictly Storage. Mention this ad and get your second month free with any rental.
Best in Sight Eye Care has been the leader of quality vision and eyewear in New Palestine for more than 20 years. Our experienced doctors, Tim Huffman, Mark Habig, and Colin Clairbout, use the most advanced state-of-the-art technology and eye care products available. At Best in Sight Eye Care, you will find professionals who are dedicated to providing exceptional personal service to everyone who walks through the door. We are conveniently located on Arbor Lane in New Palestine. Just follow US 52 west of Mount Comfort Road. To schedule your appointment, visit bestinsighteyecare.com or call 861-4100. Give your vision the level of care it deserves. Mention this ad for 10% off your glasses purchase.
You're listening to The Dragons on newpalradio.com.
Halftime at the Dragons' Den. New Palestine is leading Whiteland 30-24. And with us here on the D&D Strictly Storage and Best in Sight Family Eye Care halftime show is Athletic Director Al Cooper here at New Palestine. And Coach Cooper, obviously halftime, and kind of like what we see out of this team so far is they're shooting the ball well and knocking down some threes, 5 3-pointers in the first half. And the thing I really liked is getting a lot of contributions from a lot of different players.
Yeah, Elena Miller came in there and really gave us a big lift. The situation right now where, as our shots continue to fall, we do a much better job of playing and picking up intensity at the defensive end too. And I think that's been extremely obvious here, especially towards the end of the first half. Especially we got a big lift from Anna Ackerman shooting a 3. And like I said, Alana Miller coming in there and doing a great job. But, really proud of how they're really functioning defensively at that end right now and rebounding.
Yeah, and that's really been kind of the key and you coached this game for a long time. Offense feeds off of defense, and defense feeds off of offense. When you can make shots, that allows you to set your defense up, and then that can kind of fuel misses and allow you to get into the transition game.
When the offensive side is in check, everything else really kind of falls into place, like you said. So, and certainly that's been the case for this team all year so far. So they're continuing to prove they're getting better, more contributions across the board, and I know that's what Coach Gizzy's looking for. It's a unique season, obviously, trying to piece things together and keep things moving forward, and that's what we're trying to do. And as you can see, I'm pressed into announcing duties today, so our announcer, hope he's feeling better out there, and Dennis Goodman. So we're gonna be kind of flying by the seat of our pants all year. Have a cancellation already, 2 of them coming up here in boys basketball. So we'll see.
And that's one thing. What has this season been like for you as an athletic director? We've already had a couple of girls' games moved. One of those, the Franklin Central game will be played on December 17th. The Connorsville game has been moved to January. Now the boys' season was supposed to begin Wednesday against Richmond. That's been moved now to December 12th. The game Friday night against Eastern Hancock that was scheduled has now been postponed. So, what has this been like for you as an athletic director to kind of have to deal with a lot of jigsaw puzzle pieces with regards to the schedule?
Well, it's extremely taxing, I guess, maybe nerve-wracking, because you never know. We just got a call this morning, as you mentioned, Eastern Hancock. We're going to be postponing that game, rescheduling it hopefully down the way. And it's just a matter of trying to communicate 2 days in advance of every situation. Wrestling at this point's down for a few weeks, so they'll come back, practice on December the 3rd, and then hope to wrestle on the 9th, so against Greenfield Central. But again, almost every season will be affected in some manner, either in our end or our opponent's end, and there's not a whole lot we can do about it right now other than, just keep reminding people to be safe and help us out and continue to wear their masks and social distance, do the right things, and not only away from New Palestine High School, but within our high school as well.
And obviously those watching on our stream can see it's a little different setup here as you and Jeff Wright and Melissa Tillage, the athletic staff here, have taken a lot of precautions essentially by flipping the gym to move the benches to the opposite side so that we can distance the benches and keep people as safe as possible.
Well, we were able to do that a little bit in volleyball, and then our thought process was that we could even get further away from our bench because of the limitations of the sideline on this home side, whereas in volleyball you could bring the benches away from even on the court. Well, by flipping that, it allows us to manipulate our facility so that it's relatively easy to social distance at all times. So we're, it just kind of one more thing here, with regards to that, is this almost like a spring for you where you're dealing with a lot of rainouts and a lot of last minute changes just because of the reality that essentially all the schedules are written in pencil? That's a great analogy. I mean, even though there may be a scheduled date of a game doesn't mean it's going to happen, or it may be adjusted in time. You saw even in soccer where we had to limit even JV play. So we just played some varsity games, and certainly that could be an option depending on who gets quarantined and who doesn't. So we just got to keep moving forward and doing the best we can, and that's kind of been our attitude. Get to the next day, basically. Get to the next game, get to the next event, do what we can to keep moving forward. I guess that's the best I can say, and keep everybody safe.
Absolutely.
We're all in this. It's in our community. It's in everybody's community right now, and we'll hope our fans do their part on the road, like all of our fans coming in here. We expect so.
Well, Al Cooper, Athletic Director at New Palestine High School, thanks for joining us at halftime, and enjoy the second half.
All right, Andrew. Thanks a lot. Good luck.
And that's New Palestine High School Athletic Director Al Cooper. Let's go over the halftime scoring real quickly here. Anna Ackerman leading the way with 8 points for the Dragons. Elena Miller has 7. Addie Jones and Grace Marshall have 5 each. Chloe Patterson and Rachel Kelly have 2 each, and Isabella Gizzi has 1. For Whiteland, Gracie Taylor leads the way with 7. Muskan Guman with 6. Eliza Unsworth with 5 off the bench, and then Clendenin, Hill, and Marlin have 2 each. We're going to take a break. When we come back, second half action will commence. This is Dragon Basketball on NewPalRadio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management.
You're listening to The Dragons on NewPalRadio.com.
All-Star Turf Management is the best choice for the lawn you really want. Our superior lawn care services, including fertilizer, weed control, aerations, mowing, and more, are designed to improve and maintain your property season after season. Our combination of using the highest quality chemical products applied by educated, licensed professionals is what your property needs to become a place we both will be proud of. With flexible scheduling and service programs, we have a package that's right for your lawn and your budget. Locally owned and operated by Nathan Johnson, All-Star Turf Management is proud to support the New Palestine community and Dragon Athletics. To learn more or for a free estimate, call All-Star Turf Management at 861-1234 or visit myallstarlawn.com. That's 861-1234 or myallstarlawn.com for All-Star Turf Management.
Now, back to the action on NewPalRadio.com.
Second half action about to begin for the Dragons and the Whiteland Warriors here at the Dragons' Den. New Palestine leading 30-24. The Dragons will begin the second half with the basketball. Gizzi, Marshall, Ackerman, Hensel, and Jones, the starting 5 out there for New Palestine. Taylor, Clendenin, Hill, Guman, and Marlin, the same 5 that started the game, also out there for the blue-clad Warriors. Dragons facing a 1-3-1 trap as Gizzi brings it across. They feed Hensel over to the right side to Jones. Takes one dribble, launches a 17-footer. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound fought for and cleared by Debbie Hill of Whiteland. And the Warriors launch a 3. It's an air ball from Taylor, but the rebound saved inbounds to Anna Ackerman. Dragons, Isabella Gizzi launches a 3. It's no good, and Whiteland with possession. Marlin will bring it up. Feeds it over to the left side, Guman. Long skip pass to Clendenin. And they feed it into the corner now. Gracie Taylor uses a screen. Feeds the lane. Pick and roll with Hill. High off the glass, no good. But Hill outreaches everybody for the rebound. Hands off to Guman, who scores her 8th point. And the Dragons lead is 30-26 as Whiteland has the first points of the second half. Dragons working around. Grace Marshall in the corner wants 3. Knocks it down. It's a 2. It's a 2 as her feet were on the line. And so it's a 32-26 lead for the Dragons. Clendenin with it out high for Whiteland. Ackerman guarding her. Clears it over to Taylor, now to Guman. Feeds underneath to Clendenin. On the block, takes 2 dribbles. Dribbles off her foot, out of bounds. 11th Whiteland turnover, and the Dragons have possession. 6:24 to go. Quarter number 3. Dragons with a 6-point lead. That's where we were at halftime. Each team has scored 2 points in the second half, and the Dragons just turned it over as Addie Jones trying to get things going after breaking the press. Shuffled her feet, so it's the 5th Dragon turnover. And Kylie Marlin to bring it up for Whiteland across the logo at midcourt. Isabella Gizzi guarding her. Marlin takes it to the right side. Gizzi pokes it free but knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Warriors here with 6:08 to go. Marlin inbounding out of the corner, lobs it in to Clendenin. Her pass back to Marlin, knocked free by Gizzi. She saves it inbounds, knocked free again from Jones to Hensel. Dragons with a steal. Jones 2-on-1 up the right side, drives, can't get the shot to go, but she'll go to the line. Addie to the line for the third time tonight, and this will be Debbie Hill's third foul. So Jones is 2 for 4 today, now 3 for 5 as she knocks down the first free throw and gives the Dragons their biggest lead of the game at 33-26. One more coming for Addie, and this one rattles no good. Debbie Hill with a rebound. Jones now has 6 points. She's 3 out of 6 from the line, and the Dragon lead is 7. Whiteland with possession. Marlin out high, guarded by Gizzi, uses the screen to the free throw line, lobs it to Hill. Pass a little too tall, knocked out of bounds by Hill, and it will be Dragon possession. So New Palestine with a 7-point lead and the basketball. Not a whole lot of offense here in the third quarter so far. Faith Hensel catches past the free throw line, can't get the 15-footer to go. Ackerman was fighting for the rebound, but Guman takes it away for Whiteland. Kylie Marlin across midcourt, stops at the bottom of the center jump circle, lobs to Hill, top of the key. They cut off of her, feeds Guman, catch and shoot three left side is way too strong. And we have a foul on the rebound, and it's on New Palestine. And it's Isabella Gizzi's first. First on the team this half, 5:19 to go third quarter. And here's an inbounds to Hill, who catches and can't get a short jumper to go. Faith Hensel with a rebound for the Dragons. Quickly the other way is Gizzi, 3-on-3. Stops the free throw line and backs it out to the left wing. Bounce pass to Jones between the rings. Feeds Ackerman right side to Hensel. At the free throw line, takes a couple of dribbles, clears to Gizzi left side, into the corner now. Marshall feeds Hensel into the lane. Turnaround jumper, can't get it to go, but she'll shoot a pair as she was swatted on the shot. The foul is Debbie Hill's fourth. And so Whiteland may be without her services for a while as Hensel cannot get the free throw to go. Dragons 4 for 9 from the line in this game. Hensel's got one more coming, and she drains this one to give New Palestine an 8-point lead. That's Faith's first point. Whiteland pushes it up to Clendenin. She'll turn the corner on Ackerman. Marshall came over in the help defense but fouled her. That'll be Grace's second foul and send Clendenin to the line. So Braylon Clendenin, who has 2 points in this game. She got into some early foul trouble and had her minutes limited in the first half, but now has her third point as she knocks down the free throw. Whiteland 5 of 6 from the line, and now 6 of 7 as Clendenin hits the second of the two to cut the Dragon lead to 6. I mentioned the Dragons are 5 for 10 from the stripe in this game. Addie Jones across the top, into the lane, puts up a runner and scores. Addie Jones with a good strong drive for her 8th point, and the lead back up to 8. Kylie Marlin to bring it across midcourt with Gizzi guarding her. Feeds the right side to Clendenin. Clendenin uses the screen, drives, puts up a shot. It's blocked by Ackerman. Addie Jones with a rebound. Will push her herself. Feed to the right side to Hensel. Takes one dribble, now to Marshall. Right side of the lane, bounces it back out to Hensel. She drives from the right wing, stops in the middle of the lane, clears to Ackerman at the top of the key. Over to Jones. Right wing three in the air is a little too strong, but Grace Marshall has the offensive rebound. Bounces it out to Gizzi. Isabella drives. Baseline jumper from 15 is short, and the rebound cleared by Gracie Taylor of Whiteland. Now the Warriors want to run. Marlin cut off by Addie Jones. Skips it over to Unsworth at the block. Out to Guman. Open shot with her foot on the line is a 2, and she knocks down her 10th point. Pretty good transition offense by Whiteland to finding the open player and getting the shot to go down. Dragon lead back down to 6. And Addie Jones trying to cut over Breland Clendenin, was bumped by Clendenin, and that will be her 3rd foul. So a little bit of foul trouble for Whiteland. Hill is on the bench with 4, and Clendenin now has 3. Addie Jones catches the inbounds pass in the corner, has it knocked away and stolen. Taylor 3-on-1, and Gizzy just trying to prevent the fast break, swatted down on the ball and fouled her. So it'll be Isabella's 2nd. Foul is on the floor, so Whiteland will have to inbound. Dragons have nobody with more than 2. Gizzy, Jones, Marshall, and Whitney Miller all have 2. We're going to have a substitution. Corinne Marshall checks in for the first time. Corinne's a 5'7" freshman. She replaces Faith Hensel in the Dragon lineup. Inbounds to Clendenin. There's to Guman left to the top of the key. Back to Clendenin on the right side. Ackerman guards her as Clendenin holds. Puts it on the deck. Now clears to the high right side to Kylie Marlin. Marlin uses the screen, gets to the semicircle. Gizzy pokes it free, knocks it free again. It's loose on the floor, taken away by Unsworth. She'll drive the right side. Addie Jones came over to knock it free, but Guman came away with a loose ball. It's knocked free again by Addie Jones, and a jump ball is called. Possession turn will stay with Whiteland. And the Dragons with some pretty active hands, able to force that jump ball. 3:03 to go. And Whiteland to inbound. Weak side, Guman's shot is knocked free. It's blocked by Addie Jones, but Addie touched it last as it went out of bounds in the fight for the loose ball, and it will stay with Whiteland with 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Dragons led up by 6 at halftime. Each team has 6 here in the 3rd, so that's what the spread remains. The lead has been as high as 8. Here's a 3 from the top of the key off a handoff that hits the back of the rim from Kylie Marlin, but the offensive rebound tracked down by Gracie Taylor. Bounce pass to Guman. Right block under the basket. Stepped on the out-of-bounds line. 14th Whiteland turnover. Dragon possession. Whiteland, when they've been able to get shots, good things have happened, but turnovers have been a bit of a bugaboo for them. Dragons working against this 1-3-1. Feed Ackerman now to Corinne Marshall. Out to Addie Jones. 3-pointer right side. It's off the front of the rim. No good. Gizzy tries to run down the rebound, but Unsworth gets there first. Whiteland 3-on-1 the other way. Bounce pass knocked free by Addie Jones. And off of a Whiteland player, it'll be Dragon possession. That's really good transition defense by Addie Jones. Knocking the ball free and doing so off of a Whiteland player to break up the 3-on-1. Emma Piercy checks into the game for the first time for Whiteland. She's a 5'4" sophomore. Dragons work it to Corinne Marshall in the block. Work it out to Grace Marshall. Jumper out of the corner is a 2 with her feet on the line. Grace with a 19-footer from the right baseline for her 9th point. The Dragons lead it by 8. Emma Piercy spins away from a defender, feeds Guman. Baseline jumper from 18 is around and no good, but Piercy gets the offensive rebound, puts it up. It won't go. The Marshalls are fighting for the rebound. Corinne saves it into Grace. Quickly up the floor to Ackerman. Anna takes it up the left side and can't get the shot to go. Good defense by Piercy. And then Guman came over the top on the rebound, and so that will be Muskan Guman's 2nd foul, and the Dragons will get possession. Rachel Kelly will check in momentarily. So Guman's got 10 points. That's her 2nd foul. 4th Whiteland foul. Rachel Kelly in. Grace Marshall out for the Dragons. So it's Gizzy, Corinne Marshall, Ackerman, Kelly, and Addie Jones. With 1:49 to go in the 3rd quarter. New Palestine leading it by 8. First of 2 games today from the Dragons' Den. We'll have boys basketball tonight. The Dragons against Beech Grove, 7:30 varsity tip. Here on newpalradio.com, as well as the YouTube stream. Inbounds pass to Corinne Marshall, back out to Ackerman, skips it over to Kelly. Kelly drives the right side, feeds into the corner to Gizzy, back out to Kelly. Across the top, she's pushed to the floor, and that'll be a Whiteland foul. With 1:40 to go. The foul happened inside the 3-point arc, so the Dragons will inbound from the baseline. The foul on Emma Piercy is her first. Inbounds pass to Kelly, open 3, right corner, around the front of the rim, no good. Marshall fighting for the rebound, but Clendenin collects it for Whiteland. Final 90 seconds of the third. Clendenin, right side of the lane, puts up a runner, draws the foul. Can't get the shot to go, but she'll shoot a pair. And so Braylon Clendenin will shoot 2. She's 2 for 2 on the day. Anna Ackerman commits her first foul. They've got 2 on the board, but I believe that is her first. Clendenin knocks down the first free throw to cut the Dragon lead to 7. She's 3 for 3 from the line today and has 5 points. Clendenin with one more shot coming. It is in the air. She hit them both. So the Dragon lead is 6. 87 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Kelly bounces to Ackerman, into Corinne Marshall, into the lane, pitches out to Gizzy. She'll launch a 3, right wing. Too strong. Rebound cleared by Piercy of Whiteland. She sends it long ahead. It's knocked free. It's stolen by Gizzy. Isabella will push it the other way for New Palestine. Up the left side. Have her shot blocked by Gaman out of bounds. It'll stay with New Palestine with 1:07 to go. Whiteland did a really good job of getting back in transition there. Gizzy to inbound. Baseline left to Corinne Marshall. Out top now to Gizzy. Into the corner. Now we'll feed Kelly. Drives down the middle. Puts a high off the glass and in. Rachel Kelly has her 4th point. And the lead back up to 8, equaling its biggest of the night. Piercy into the corner for Whiteland to Unsworth. She lobs. Left block. Guman over to Piercy right side. Puts it on the deck. Addie Johns blocks her shot. It'll stay with Whiteland as it goes out of bounds. Kylie Marlin back into the Whiteland lineup, replacing Clendenin. And Elena Miller, who gave the Dragons a nice boost off the bench in the first half with 7 points, comes in, as does Grace Marshall. Ackerman and Gizzy will take breathers. Whiteland inbound baseline right. Marlin to do the honors. Out top to Taylor. Now Gaman feeds Piercy at the block. Back out to Unsworth. She'll launch a 3 from the left wing. It's too strong. And Rachel Kelly with a good block out in the rebound for New Palestine. 32 seconds to go. She crosses midcourt to the free throw line. Bounce pass to the corner to Marshall. She'll curl into the lane. Pitch to Corinne Marshall for a 3, who hits. Corinne Marshall knocks down the 3. The Dragons have an 11-point lead. 17 seconds to go in the third quarter. Marlin brings it across the top. Feeds into the corner to Taylor for Whiteland. Left block. Guman spins to the right hand. Draws contact from Addie Jones. That'll be Addie's 3rd foul. And Guman was deemed to be in the act of shooting, so she'll go to the line where she's 3 for 4 today. Whiteland is 8 out of 9 from the line in the game. Guman's got 10 of the Warriors' 32 points, and now 11 of the 33 as she hits the first. And Faith Hensel will replace Addie Jones in the Dragon lineup as Addie sits with 3 fouls. She's the only one with more than 2. Gamon's got one more shot coming, trying to cut the Dragon lead to single digits with 7.7 seconds to go. It's in the air and off the front of the rim, no good. Grace Marshall with the rebound. Kelly up down the middle with 4. It's poked out of her hands, out of bounds. It'll stay with New Palestine. The Dragons will inbound under the basket with 1.9 seconds to go in the third quarter. Kelly bounces it into Hensel, puts it up off glass and in. Faith Hensel scores her 3rd point to give the Dragons a 12-point lead going into the fourth quarter. We're going to take a break. This is Dragon Basketball on NewPalRadio.com, presented by All Star Turf Management.
With a former Dragon star in Bloomington, all eyes should be on the Hoosiers football program this year. HoosierHuddle.com is a free and independent site that has covered the football team since 2013. They provide roster analysis, player profiles, interviews, game previews, wrap-ups, and more. You can follow them on Twitter at Hoosier_Huddle or visit HoosierHuddle.com to keep up with your in-state favorites.
At Real Life Church, we've done everything we can to create a place people love so they can experience a loving God. That means we do everything with you in mind. Whether it's our weekend services, our kids and student ministry, or small groups, we really have been expecting you. We've been praying for you, and we're excited about the opportunity to go on a spiritual journey with you. We hope that you'll take your next step and join us this weekend at Real Life Church. There's always room for you.
You're listening to The Dragons on NewPalRadio.com.
Fourth quarter action beginning at the Dragons' Den. New Palestine leads it 45-33. Dragons will begin with the basketball. Corinne Marshall, Grace Marshall, Faith Hensel, Rachel Kelly, and Elena Miller, the 5 on the floor for Coach Sarah Gizzi's team. 10 players have played for New Palestine. 9 have scored. Really good balance for New Palestine. Grace Marshall has 9. Anna Ackerman and Addie Jones have 8. And Elena Miller has 7. And the Dragons turn it over on the first possession of the quarter. Quickly the other way, Braylon Clendenin puts it high off the glass. Can't get it to go, but she'll shoot a pair. This has been Whiteland's offense in the second half, has been shooting free throws. So, Clendenin will shoot 2. Grace Marshall commits her second foul. And Clendenin rattles the first free throw good. So Clendenin has 1 more coming. She's 5 of 5 and now 6 for 6, so she's got 8 points. Kelly over to Marshall and back to Kelly, up to Elena Miller. Quickly ahead to Faith Hensel, feeds into the corner to Grace Marshall. 18-footer in the air is strong. Rebound collected by Kelly, but she couldn't corral it. It comes to Clendenin of Whiteland. Knocked free by Corinne Marshall and collected by the Warriors. Underneath, Piercy catches the loose ball and is able to clear it out. Marlin over to Gracie Taylor, and she traveled. She caught the pass over on the left side and was trying to set her feet and just shuffled them. So Whiteland extending its pressure, 3-quarter court. Elena Miller breaks it by feeding Hensel, takes it down the lane, bounces out to Kelly at the free throw line, launches a 14-footer off glass and in. Rachel Kelly's got 6, the lead back up to 12 at 47-35. Clendenin with it, lobs it inside to Guman, bounces it around, and they feed it to Marlin for a 3 from the left wing, no good, but she tracks down her own rebound. Marlin drives and draws a foul from Grace Marshall as Marshall commits her 3rd. And that is the 6th team foul on New Palestine. Make that the 7th, so this should be a 1-and-1 opportunity for the Warriors. Whiteland has only scored 4 points from the field in this half, but they're 7 of 8 from the line. And that has allowed them to maintain a little bit of contact. It's a 12-point Dragon lead. This will be Kylie Marlin's first trip to the line. It's a 1-and-1. She has 2 points on the night and still has 2 as she misses the free throw, but the rebound bounced awkwardly off the rim and caused a fight for it, and Addie Jones knocked it out of bounds, so Whiteland will maintain possession. 6:53 to go, fourth quarter. It's a 12-point New Palestine lead. Dragons kind of gradually pulled ahead late in the second quarter and throughout the third. They trailed it by as many as 5, have led by as many as their current lead, 12, and it's now 10 as Guman catches the left block and scores the right hand for her 13th point. And you can tell that's what Whiteland's been trying to do in the second half, is work the offense through her in the low post. Faith Hensel breaks the press and has her arm grabbed as the Dragons get it to her. Whiteland has extended its defense. Gracie Taylor commits her first foul. Addie Jones to inbound. We have a substitution. Isabella Gizzi will replace Rachel Kelly for the Dragons. 47-37, New Palestine in the lead. Addie Jones inbounds to Isabella Gizzi, back to Jones, high left against this 1-3-1. Clears it to Gizzi, high right. The trap comes for her. Back out to Addie. Long skip pass to Ackerman, right side, back to Gizzi, high right. Fires it back out to Addie, now into the corner to Grace Marshall. Grace will circle the arc, bounce to Gizzi, right wing. Into the corner, Ackerman bounces the low block to Hensel. Her shot is blocked. And then she fouled Guman as Hensel turned at her shot blocked, and then out of frustration trying to get that loose ball, fouled Guman. Because of the fact that that is the 8th team foul, will make the 84-foot walk the other way. Guman's 4 for 6 on the day. She has 13 of Whiteland's 37 points. And her first free throw is good. She hits the front end of the 1-on-1. So that cuts the lead back into single digits. And now it's 8 as she hits both. She's got 15 points. 47-39, New Palestine leads. Gizzy across the midcourt, feeds it ahead to Grace Marshall, but Gamon knocks it out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Dragons as the inbound top of the key extended left side. Gizzy catches the inbounds pass just in front of the midcourt stripe, clears to Marshall, back to Gizzy in the high circle. Takes a couple of bounces to her. She waits for the trap to come, feeds it across the top to Hensel. Faith into the right corner to Ackerman, back to Gizzy high right. She'll bring it across the top to the left side. Over to Grace Marshall in the double team. Skips it out to Jones. Bounces into the corner to Ackerman. Dragons lead it by 8, and Ackerman is fouled. She'll go to the line as that's the 7th team foul. She was just bringing it up top and drew contact from Emma Piercy, who's given Whiteland a nice lift off the bench. So Ackerman to shoot a pair, or shoot a 1-and-1. She's got 8 points on the day, looking to extend this 8-point lead. Her first free throw is good. It's got a nice high arch on her shot. Ackerman 7 of 10 from the line this season, looking to become the first Dragon in double figures today. Her second shot is in the air and off the back of the rim, the front of the rim, and no good. But Addie Jones gets the offensive board, can't get it to go. Rebound fought for, and a foul was called on New Palestine. Addie just committed her 4th. And again, will make the 84-foot walk, and Whiteland will go to the line. Whiteland is 9 of 11 from the line in the second half. So Jones now has 4, and she becomes the first Dragon in foul trouble. And now Chloe Patterson will check in for her. Kylie Marlin is 0 for 1. From the line, she has 2 points, and again has a 1-and-1 with her team trailing by 9. First free throw is good. So she's got one more coming. 48-40 is New Palestine's lead. Again, we've got boys basketball tonight, and then the next girls game Tuesday night against Newcastle as the Dragons open up conference play. And again, that's a home game, so we'll have both radio and video coverage of that. Dragons in full court pressure. Marshall able to dribble out of a trap. Now they've got numbers. She feeds Hensel. It's knocked free by Piercy out of bounds. It'll stay with New Palestine. 48-41, the Dragons lead. Whiteland has whittled into what had been a 12-point lead, largely with free throws. They're 6 of 7 from the line in this quarter. Bounce pass into the corner to Gizzy. She circles the arc and brings it back out high right. 5:17 to go as Gizzy on the bounce clears to Grace Marshall. She'll dribble to the top of the key, back out to Gizzy. Now to Ackerman, lobs it to Grace Marshall, and it's knocked out of bounds by Marshall. Pass was a little too tall for her to handle, and she just knocked it out. 5:07 to go. Whiteland looking to eat a little further into this lead. It's 48-41, Dragons in the lead. Marlin feeds Piercy on the right side, Ackerman guarding her. Out of the top, Braylon Clendenin takes one dribble, takes it back to the right, and hands off to Kylie Marlin. Back out top to Piercy to the left side, threw it away. It's an unforced turnover there as Gracie Taylor couldn't handle the pass as they were just working it around the top. That is the 18th Whiteland turnover in this game. Patterson inbounds to Gizzy. Isabella brings it across midcourt. Into the double team, and now feeds Ackerman. She tries to split a trap. The ball bounces off of her foot. Loose ball. Gizzy goes to pick it up. It's knocked free and taken away by Clendenin. Underneath to Marlin, off glass and in. And so it's a 5-point game as the Dragons turn it over, and Whiteland has cut what had been a 7-point Dragon lead to 5. And now we have a foul on Whiteland as they're trying to speed the game up, and Gracie Taylor commits her second. Dragons just 3 points here in this fourth quarter. Gizzy at the line for a 1 and bonus, knocks down the first. She's 2 for 3 from the line tonight, has 2 points. Whiteland has now outscored the Dragons 10-4 in this quarter, and it stays that way as she misses the second. Rebound loose on the floor, picked up by Marlin, and she's fouled. And again, we're going to make a long walk to the other end, and Whiteland has been able to eat into this lead without having to run any half-court offense, as the Dragons have allowed them to shoot free throws after backcourt fouls now 3 times in a span of 4 possessions. Kylie Marlin to the line. It's the 10th team foul in New Palestine, so it's the double bonus, and she hits the first. 5-point game. Addie Jones will check in for the Dragons as she will play with 4 fouls, replacing Chloe Patterson. Whiteland with only 2 field goals this quarter, 4 in this half, and one of those 2 field goals was off of a broken play. Marlin, 3 of 4 from the line tonight. Has 7 points. 5 of those here in the fourth quarter. Misses the second. Rebound to Anna Ackerman for New Palestine. Clears it to Gizzy. Dragons with a 5-point lead, 4:10 to go. Gizzy feeds into the corner, now to Hensel at the high post. Over to the right side, Addie Jones wants 3 out of the corner. It's a little too strong. Grace Marshall in good position to get the rebound. Clears it to Gizzy for New Palestine. Dragons with a second opportunity. Addie Jones, high right. Hooks it to Ackerman. Baseline drive. Puts up a 8-footer. Contested, won't go, and Guman with the rebound. Long feed ahead to Clendenin. Drives baseline. Fouled again. Whiteland has just been living at the free throw line in the second half. And Clendenin will go there. She's 6 for 6 from the stripe. The foul on Anna Ackerman is her third. It was a good strong drive, and Sarah Gizzy wants a timeout. 3:44 to go in the ball game. Dragons with a 49-44 lead. We'll take a break. Come back right after this. This is Dragon Basketball on newpalradio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management.
Star Turf Management is the best choice for the lawn you really want. Our superior lawn care services, including fertilizer, weed control, aerations, mowing, and more, are designed to improve and maintain your property season after season. Our combination of using the highest quality chemical products applied by educated, licensed professionals is what your property needs to become a place we both will be proud of. With flexible scheduling and service programs, we have a package that's right for your lawn and your budget. Locally owned and operated by Nathan Johnson, All-Star Turf Management is proud to support the New Palestine community and Dragon Athletics. To learn more or for a free estimate, call All-Star Turf Management at 861-1234 or visit myallstarlawn.com. That's 861-1234 or myallstarlawn.com for All-Star Turf Management.
Now, back to the action on newpalradio.com.
Braylon Clendenin hits 1 of 2 free throws to cut the Dragons' lead to 49-45 with 3:41 to go. Gizzy across midcourt to Jones. Back to Isabella, high left. Clears to Grace Marshall, left corner, into the lane. Grace has her shot blocked, but she's going to the line. Muskan Guman fouled her, and that's her third. So the Dragons have struggled from the line tonight. They are 7 of 14. Marshall with 9 points has not been to the line. She's a 69% foul shooter on the year. First free throw, good. Lead back up to 5. Most of the scoring has come from the line. The Dragons, 5 points this quarter, 3 of 5 from the stripe. And Marshall continues what has been a theme for New Palestine by splitting the 2 free throws. The lead is 5. Whiteland is 8 of 11 from the line, and they have scored 8 of their 12 points from the free throw line here in the fourth quarter. 50-45, 3:17 to go. Gracie Taylor uses a screen. Skips it over to Emma Piercy, high left. Piercy pulls up from 18, has the ball knocked free. Guman collects it, but cannot corral it. Stolen by Jones. Addie up the left side to Anna Ackerman. Her shot hits the bottom of the backboard, and Emma Piercy collects the loose ball. So Whiteland in possession, trailing by 5, 2:50 to go. Clendenin with it, right wing, takes one dribble, skips it over to Taylor on the left side. Now clears to Piercy. Left corner, she'll circle it out to the wing. Have her three-pointer blocked by Grace Marshall. Grace tried to collect the rebound, but knocked it off of her foot out of bounds. It'll stay with Whiteland. So Marlin skies it into Clendenin, and she'll launch a three left at the top of the key. It's around and no good, but the offensive rebound collected by Marlin. Can't get it to go, and we have a foul on the rebound. And it is on Whiteland. So the Dragons will be shooting free throws. And we're sorting out who the free throw shooter is before the foul is signaled. It's going to be Grace Marshall to the line. Emma Piercy commits the foul. And that's her second. Marshall to the line for 2 as that foul put the Dragons in the double bonus. She knocks the first one down. Grace now has 11 points. She's 2 of 3 from the line. Eliza Unsworth checks in, replacing Emma Piercy, who gave the Warriors some really nice minutes off the bench. One more coming for Marshall. She hit them both. 7-point lead for the Dragons. 2:28 to go. Kylie Marlin to bring it across. Gizzy picks her up at midcourt with 2:22 to go. Takes it to the high right side. Dribbles to the wing and feeds up top to Clendenin. Skips it over to Unsworth left side. Takes one dribble, bounces to Guman in the post. Turns, clears into the corner for a three-pointer that is a little strong out of the hands of Taylor, and the loose ball collected by the Dragons, but Addie Jones is called for a carrying violation. And so the 10th Dragon turnover will give the ball back to Whiteland. It could have been a possession where maybe with a 7-point lead you could have run some clock a little bit, but the Dragons will have to get another stop. Whiteland has not been able to get much out of its half-court offense in the second half. Unsworth with it on the left side. Up top to Guman. She'll launch a three. Back of the rim, no good. Grace Marshall fighting for the rebound, but it's taken out of there by Gracie Taylor. Into the corner to Unsworth. Long skip past Marlin up top. She'll back it out north of the volleyball line. 1:42 to go. Over to the right side to Clendenin. She shows, takes it the other way. Hands off now to Taylor between the circles. Brings it to the right side. Unsworth, baseline drive, cut off by Jones. Unsworth in the short corner, in a little bit of trouble. And timeout is called. It's full timeout taken by Ashley Fouch and the Whiteland bench. We will take 1-2. 1:26 to go in the ball game. Dragons lead at 52-45. This is Dragon Basketball on NewPalRadio.com.
Pork Vet Solutions is the best veterinary choice for your swine operation. Our two doctors, Matt Ackerman and Dylan Lape, can help you position your pork production system for the 21st century. We provide veterinary and consulting services, herd visits, preventive medicine, and more. Pork Vet Solutions is licensed and accredited in 8 states. Reach us online at porkvet.com or call 623-5132. That's porkvet.com or 623-5132. Pork Vet Solutions, literally saving your bacon each and every day.
Catch the Shot Photography is your hometown photographer. Locally owned by Brenda Adams Turk and David Turk, Catch the Shot is dedicated to providing quality photos of your family, seniors, sports, and special events. We offer custom designed products including sponsor banners, photo collages, senior banners, and much more. We look forward to catching the shots with you. Contact Catch the Shot Photography at 317-620-1240 or catchtheshot.com.
You're listening to The Dragons on NewPalRadio.com.
Whiteland inbounds, but Addie Jones knocks the ball free off of a Warrior out of bounds. It's Dragon possession. That's the 20th Whiteland turnover in the game. Dragons with a 7-point lead. Trying to break some pressure. Addie Jones picks up the loose ball in the backcourt after it was knocked free, and Braylon Clendenin fouls her. That's Clendenin's 4th foul, and we'll send Jones to the line for 2. Addie is 3 for 6 in the game. The Dragons have only hit both free throws twice on their many trips to the line, and Addie misses the first. This is the 10th two-shot trip for the Dragons, and Addie misses them both. That's the second time the Dragons have missed both. They've hit 2 twice, and they've split the others. Here is a drive, reverse layup by Braylon Clendenin, good. And the lead back down to 5. 1:05 to go as Gizzy crosses midcourt in a double team. Dribbles off the midcourt stripe, and a jump ball is called. Turnover to Whiteland. So Clendenin to inbound, 1:01 to go. Dragons with a 5-point lead, but Whiteland in possession after the turnover. And Kylie Marlin clears it over to Taylor. Now to Unsworth left wing. Out top. And Guman tries to drive down the lane, dribbled off her foot out of bounds. The Dragons forced their 21st turnover of the game. And so with 48 seconds left, the Dragons get another stop. They have the ball. Bounce pass ahead to Anna Ackerman across midcourt, clears to Jones. Now to Gizzy high left. Isabella dribbles into the corner and she's fouled by Unsworth. So Isabella to the line. She's 2 for 4 today. She's a 63% foul shooter on the year. It's a 5-point Dragon lead with 37.7 to go. And she misses the first off the front of the rim. Dragons 5 or 11 in this quarter and 10 of 21 for the game. Isabella with one more coming, and she missed them both. Dragons have missed their last 4 from the line. 35 seconds to go. Gizzy forces Guman to pick up her dribble in the backcourt, but Taylor will bring it across with 30. Left side, Unsworth. Loses the handle, but Clendenin collects it at the volleyball line. She'll drive right side and travel. Dragons force another turnover. It's 22 on Whiteland. The Dragons have turned it over just 11 times, and you know, if New Palestine wins this game, it's going to be the turnovers that's going to be key, as inbounds pass to Gizzy is knocked out of bounds by Clendenin. Dragons will inbound with 20 seconds to go. And I think Whiteland obviously would like to limit the turnovers going forward. The Dragons would like to improve the free throw shooting going forward. Gizzy in the backcourt. Ahead to Grace Marshall. Clears to Anna Ackerman. Breaks the press with 14 seconds. Hands off now to Addie Jones. Addie dribbles to the baseline, hooks it out to Faith Hensel, clears to Gizzy with 8. Isabella is fouled with 7 seconds to go. That is Gracie Taylor's third. And now, looks like the Dragons will be able to seal this one and move to 3-2 on the year. So they've got a 5-point lead with 7 seconds left. And Gizzy missed again. Dragons now 10 of 22 from the line. They've missed 5 straight. And 5 for 13, now 6 for 14 in the fourth quarter as Gizzy hits the second. The lead is 6 with 7 seconds to go. Quickly, Taylor launches a long 3 off the backboard, no good. Rebound tracked down by Guman. She puts up one final shot that's an air ball, and the New Palestine Dragons hang on to win 53-47 over the Whiteland Warriors. The Dragons move to 3-2 on the season. Whiteland falls to 2-5. The Dragons now will begin conference play on Tuesday, the first of 5 consecutive conference games against the Newcastle Trojans. That'll be our next broadcast. We're going to take a break. When we come back, it'll be time for the D&D Strictly Storage Best in Sight Family Eye Care postgame show. Comes up right after this. This is Dragon Basketball at NewPalRadio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management.
With a former Dragon star in Bloomington, all eyes should be on the Hoosiers football program this year. HoosierHuddle.com is a free and independent site that has covered the football team since 2013. They provide roster analysis, player profiles, interviews, game previews, wrap-ups, and more. You can follow them on Twitter at Hoosier_Huddle or visit HoosierHuddle.com to keep up with your in-state favorites. D&D Strictly Storage in New Palestine is your home for storage needs. D&D Strictly Storage offers a wide variety of storage sizes from 5 by 10 feet up to 10 by 30 feet. They also offer indoor and outdoor parking for your boats and RVs. Locally owned and operated by Don and Maria Blackwell, D&D Strictly Storage is who to call for your storage solution. They're located on County Road 400 West, just north of the railroad tracks in New Palestine. Call them at 861-9231. Again, that's 861-9231 for D&D Strictly Storage. Mention this ad and get your second month free with any rental.
Best in Sight Eye Care has been the leader of quality vision and eyewear in New Palestine for more than 20 years. Our experienced doctors, Tim Huffman, Mark Habing, and Colin Clairbout, use the most advanced state-of-the-art technology and eye care products available. At Best in Sight Eye Care, you will find professionals who are dedicated to providing exceptional personal service to everyone who walks through the door. We are conveniently located on Arbor Lane in New Palestine. Just follow US 52 west of Mount Comfort Road. To schedule your appointment, visit bestinsighteyecare.com or call 861-4100. Give your vision the level of care it deserves. Mention this ad for 10% off your glasses purchase.
You're listening to The Dragons on newpalradio.com.
And we welcome you back to the D&D Strictly Storage Best in Sight Family Eye Care postgame show, where the New Palestine Dragons victorious over the Whiteland Warriors 53-47 today. Let's go over the final scoring numbers for you. The Dragons had 10 players play, 9 scored. Really good balance for New Palestine, led by Grace Marshall, who had 4 field goals, one of them a 3, and was 3 of 4 from the line for 12 points. Anna Ackerman had 3 field goals, including 2 threes. She was 1 of 2 from the line for 9 points. Addie Jones had a 3, a 2, and she was 3 of 8 from the line for 8 points. Elena Miller had 7, all in the second quarter, 3 field goals, one of which was a 3. Rachel Kelly had 6 on 3 field goals. Isabella Gizzi had 3 points. She was 3 of 8 from the line. Faith Hensel had 3 points. She was 1 of 2 from the line and had a field goal. Corinne Marshall knocked down a 3 for her 3 points, and Chloe Patterson had a basket for 2. Dragons with 18 field goals, 5 of them threes. Make that 6 of them threes, and they were 11 of 24 from the line. Also, Whitney Miller played but did not score for the Dragons. Whiteland was led by Muskan Guman. She had 15 points. She had 4 field goals, one of them a 3, and she was 6 of 8 from the line. Braylon Clendenin tallied 11. She had 4 points on 2 field goals and was 7 of 8 from the stripe. Gracie Taylor had 7 on 3 baskets and a free throw. Kylie Marlin also had 7 on 2 baskets. She was 3 of 5 from the line. And Eliza Unsworth had a 3 and a 2 for 5. Debbie Hill had a basket for 2 points. Emma Piercy played but did not score for the Warriors. Whiteland led at 15-12 after a quarter. The Dragons outscored Whiteland 18-9 in the second to take a 30-24 lead at halftime. A 15-9 third quarter gave the Dragons a 45-33 lead after 3. And then Whiteland outscored the Dragons 14-8 in the fourth quarter, but the Dragons win at 53-47. New Palestine moves to 3-2 on the year, and the Dragons will open conference play on Tuesday as they take on the Newcastle Trojans, JV at 6, varsity at 7, Tuesday. And we will have the broadcast for you on newpalradio.com as well as the New Palestine High School Athletics YouTube feed. Our next broadcast will be tonight as the Dragons boys basketball team opens its season against Beech Grove. Jarrett Lewis will join me for the call tonight at 7:30 for the varsity tip-off, and we'll have YouTube and radio coverage of that one. A couple other games in the conference today. East Central is at Mount Vernon, and Newcastle, who's Tuesday's opponent, will open its season at Winchester. And no updates on that East Central Mount Vernon game that is just tipping off. So that's a look at what else is going on. And again, final score today, the Dragons 53 and the Whiteland Warriors 47. Our next broadcast will be tonight as the Dragon boys basketball team will open its season against the Beech Grove Hornets here at the Dragon's Den. Radio and YouTube coverage beginning at 7:25 p.m. Also tonight, we'll have YouTube coverage at 6 p.m. of the JV game as well. So that's what's coming up. Dragons against Beech Grove tonight. Our next girls basketball broadcast will be will be Tuesday, as the Dragons will take on the Newcastle Trojans. JV at 6, varsity at 7:30. And again, we'll have the YouTube feed fired up at 6 for the JV game. And we'll join you on radio as well at 7:30 for the varsity game. Tuesday night, the Dragons against the Newcastle Trojans. Until then, this is Andrew Smith saying thanks for listening good day. God bless you. So long, everybody. Our final score again, the Dragons 53, the Whiteland Warriors 47. This has been a presentation of New Palestine High School Athletics and newpalradio.com. And we will be with you tonight when the Dragon Boys take on the Beech Grove Hornets. We'll talk to you then. This has been a presentation of New Palestine High School Athletics. I want to thank our sponsors again, especially All-Star Turf Management and our post-game sponsors, D&D Strictly Storage and Best Insight Family Eye Care. Thanks for joining us in the D&D Strictly Storage and Best Insight Family Eye Care post-game show. The Dragons win it today, 53-47 over the Whiteland Warriors. This is Andrew Smith saying so long, everybody.
Listening to Dragon Basketball on newpalradio.com. Tonight's game was brought to you by All-Star Turf Management, D&D Strictly Storage, Best Insight Family Eye Care, Pork Vet Solutions, Hoosier Huddle, Real Life Church, and Catch the Shot Photography. Thanks for listening. Join us next time for more Dragon action on newpalradio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management.